What's going on, everybody? My name is Michael, and today I'm going to be talking about a list of the top 10 or top 50 cities that I found, and I thought it was pretty interesting because there were two cities from Michigan that made the list. Unfortunately, Kalamazoo did not make the list, which if you don't know who I am and you've never seen my channel before, I'm from the Kalamazoo area, so anyway, the list of the two cities that made the list from Michigan are Grand Rapids and Lansing. I was kind of surprised that Lansing made the list because I have friends that live there, and it's not the worst city in Michigan. Because, really, the only cities in Michigan that have it bad are Detroit and Flint. But, I was surprised to see Lansing on there because, a friend of mine kind of grew up in, the worst part of town. And, he lives kind of in the suburbs of Lansing now. So, he lives in a better area. But that's not to say he hates Lansing. But anyway, I'm not trying to talk smack about Lansing. But, Grand Rapids made 12 on the list, which I thought was pretty good, Unfortunately, it's not the top 10. But, number 12, that's pretty impressive. Not bad for a city in Michigan. But, Lansing made number 50. So, that's quite a ways down. But, that's still, it's on the list. That's definitely not bad. And there were quite a few other cities that made the list that I thought were pretty cool. And, a lot of them are cities I like, like Cincinnati, Columbus, Denver, Colorado Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. I think Houston made the list. I'll have to check again. And then Austin, Texas made number 1, which is amazing. Unfortunately, El Paso didn't make the list. I don't know if San Antonio did or not, but I'll have to check. And I was kind of surprised, some of the cities that were on that list were, some of the same cities that were on another list I watched or that I looked at, which was top 50 most dangerous cities. And unfortunately, Kalamazoo made that list. But, Grand Rapids and Lansing, those two cities are pretty good. Lansing's not my favorite, but it's not bad of a city. Like I said, I am surprised that Ann Arbor, Michigan didn't make the list because almost everybody in Michigan loves that city except for state fans. Michigan State fans would probably rather live in Lansing, but I'm a Michigan fan. But anyways, I'm gonna leave the college aspect out of that for right now. But Grand Rapids has a lot of good things. It's a decent sized city. It's the second biggest city in Michigan, actually, just right behind Detroit. So, it's a good thing that Grand Rapids made the list. Some people will say Grand Rapids is a trashy city and there's lots of crime there. And people will say the same thing about Lansing. I know Grand Rapids has been a little worse with crime this year than they were last year, but other than that, Grand Rapids is a good city. I've had friends that grew up around there, and Honestly, I've had a friend that's lived in both Lansing and Grand Rapids, but he says he likes Grand Rapids better than Lansing, but that's not to say that Lansing's a bad town. I like Lansing. I really do. I think it's a pretty good city. It's pretty interesting that Grand Rapids and Lansing are pretty good on the list, even though Lansing is like 50, but who knows? I'm sure if there were to be like top 100 best cities to live in, I'm sure Ann Arbor or any other city would have made the list as well. But I mean, nothing more, nothing less. I just figured I'd talk about this. Sorry, I'm not holding the camera steady. I don't know why I'm doing that, but yeah, again, it makes me happy that some of the cities here in Michigan have made the list. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, none of them made number one because, like I said, Austin, Texas made number one, but still, I mean, top 50, that's definitely not bad. If it were to be top 25, I can assure you that Lansing wouldn't make the list, but it's good to know that cities here in Michigan are doing pretty good. Hopefully one day Kalamazoo will make one of the top 50s, but I don't know. That might be a while because, Kalamazoo made 38 on the most, the top 50 most dangerous cities in the U.S., but I mean, it's only number 38, so that's not too bad. Better than top 25 or top 10. So, I mean, I can't complain about that. But, like I said, some of the cities that made the top 50 most dangerous cities, some of them made the list of the top 50 best cities, like Hartford, Connecticut, and I don't remember what else, but yeah, Hartford, Connecticut was one of them. But yeah. Oh, and another city or some other cities that were on there that I liked were Charlotte, Jacksonville, Washington D.C., and Fort Wayne. So, and Madison. Madison's a pretty good city. But that's what I gotta say. I've been looking at this list for the past few days just to make sure it didn't update before I made this video. So, I mean, I'll have the link in the description for that list, and I'll pin a comment, or let me rephrase that. I'll write a comment in the comment section listing all the cities that made the list, and I'll pin it to the comment section. Probably won't be right away because I'm gonna be a little busy today, but sometime tonight or tomorrow I'll write a comment listing all those cities. But other than that, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'm sure I'll make these videos more often. I make weather videos too. I do talk about politics sometimes, but I try not to do that as much as possible. But other than that, I hope y'all are having a great day. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching.